Hey, it's mattyfu here. Thought I'd throw up a what sold on ebay.ca video. This one covers 2 months and only 30 some things. For the past month, I've been focused on getting my Amazon stuff set up. It was textbook season, so I was really out there grabbing books and sending them into Amazon. So I didn't have much time to focus on eBay, and so my sales reflect that. But still, 30 some odd sales and some pretty cool stuff. So I'll get started showing you. So first here we have a Logitech programmable remote control. And you'll see it's got a fancy screen here. So kind of cool. It's an older model. I think I paid like $8 for it. Sold it for 34 plus shipping. So pretty nice. Here we have the Bat phone. So this is a Batman corded phone. Pretty nice. Not much to it. I think I paid $6 or so. Sold it for 38 bucks plus shipping. It's nice and light. It's pretty cool. There was, I don't know if I got a. So one of the cool things that worked out really well was on the corner, like that Batman thing was it's just a sticker, and it was peeling up, and I was able to use just a normal glue stick to glue it back down, and it held on really good. So that was a little repair that it needed, but worked out good. Here we have some carved bottle stoppers. So I think these are actually, a person carves them once and then they make a plaster mold of them. And so they end up, like, it gets carved once, but they make a couple hundred of each design. And so these are Spit and Whittle is the company. Varying conditions, like you can see that golfer one has been used, and the captain one is like brand new, has the tag still, and the sort of hillbilly cowboy one, he doesn't have the cork stopper at all. I considered picking up a cork and epoxying it on, just wasn't worth the time. I paid $1, believe it or not, for all 4 of these from a thrift store, and they sold for $30, and they shipped. It was an international thing, and the person paid like crazy money for the shipping. I think it was close to the $30 that it sold for. So they paid $60 for 4 of these things in varying conditions, and this the Viking guy, one of his horns is glued back on, and all that is in the details. Yeah, one of the Viking's horns has been glued on, so pretty cool, pretty nice return. Here we have a Pendleton Wool Mills mug. So I thought this was cool. I always watch for Pendleton sweaters. I have a couple for myself. It's one of those iconic made in America brands, so people collect them. I saw the mug, I thought it was kind of cool, and then when I looked at the bottom and it said it was for Pendleton, I picked it up. This mug is actually supposed to be like a travel mug, and there's a thing that sits inside the top, and so it didn't have that included. Picked it up for $1, sold it for 20, so that's pretty cool. It's kind of crazy. I would have never expected to find this in Canada, because there are Pendleton sweaters here, but the Hudsons Bay company is a lot more common, so it's kind of crazy that the mug was here. Here we have the Coleman propane ultralight lantern. I think I paid $6 for this. it was kind of one of those things where if I got stuck with it, I wouldn't mind. I would eventually like to have a outdoor kitchen, all propane, and so I was just like, I'll buy it. If it sells, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. Um, it's in really good condition. The lightweight is kind of a bonus. I think I paid $5 for this and sold it for 20, plus shipping. Here we have a Sony Sports Walkman. I can't even remember what I paid for this. $3 or $4. Anyways, this is kind of a weird one. I'll show you the. It has like the strange stereo hookup, like an airplane kind of. So this, yeah, like I said, $2 or $3, maybe up to 5. I don't know. Sony stuff, I'll pick it up almost every time. Sold for $30 plus shipping. And here we have a Bubbalicious Coleman mini cooler. So this is tiny. Like, this is a really small one. Like, I think it can hold 4 pop cans. So, like, really small. I bought 2 of these, and I think they were $3 each. And it was really hard to get capture the pink color. Like, I still didn't really get it set properly, because it's a really neon pink and it just doesn't show up on the camera properly. So I think I have that in my description, that, like, think of the most neon pink color you can think of, and that's what this is. Super clean. I did clean them up myself using OxyClean. Yeah, it's really cool. Pretty uncommon. There were a few other listed on eBay, and I think there was one that had sold previous. You can see some of the OxyClean on the corner there. Well, so yeah, sold for $30 plus shipping. I think it sold to the States, so kind of cool. Here we have a beer pouring tap from Granville Island Brewing Company. I picked this up for $1. Yeah, pretty standard tap. It's like an all wood one, so I figured even if someone is buying it to take the top part off and just use the bottom one where it says 100% natural, I figured it was worth $15. So put it up for $17 plus shipping. It sold fairly quickly, a couple months. Here, I think I sold a couple of these in the past little while. These are Disney Newsies musical caps. They have a like elastic band along the back, and they're embroidered. They're pretty cool. I have a ton of these things, and I actually am meaning to go back and redo this picture. So it looks really stupid with the like wrinkles on it. I think it would look a lot nicer if I went there and steamed the hat. But still, they're selling not super fast. I seriously have, it says I have another 15, but I'd be surprised if I don't have like closer to 25 kicking around. I picked them up so it was kind of funny. They were all from Value Village, and they had a ton of them, but they had different prices on them. So some of them were $1.99 and some of them were $2.99. But still too good of a price to pass up for something new with tags and Disney. You can see the tag there. So these were sold in the Disney store. I have no idea what the original price was. I did see online there's like a Broadway memorabilia internet shop, and they were selling them for like $25. So I did $18 each plus shipping, and yeah, this one sold, and you'll see a couple more of those. Here we have some Ferrari duvet cover and pillowcase sets. These were actually from, what's it called? Bed Bath and Beyond. They were having a closeout thing, and they were $5 each. And so I picked up, I think 3 sets, just to try them out. I was thinking about sending them into Amazon, but I never had enough time to build a listing, and so I just put them on eBay, and they sold really quick. I like a couple of them. It seemed like we're going to college dorm rooms, where they have smaller beds in dorm rooms. So these are twin sized, and all of them were twin sized, and so yeah, sold for $17 plus shipping. Super easy. Like they're in the package, so I didn't have to like haul them out and do anything difficult for pictures. Just took a bunch of pictures of the packaging. Pretty easy. So here we have a VTech video baby monitor. It has the two-way, where if you want to page your baby. So this had sold once before, and the person canceled. So I put it back up, and it sold again. I think I paid $5 for this from a local thrift store, and it sold for $34 plus shipping. Here we have a Playmobil Ngorongoro Safari Jeep with trailer. It's not in the greatest condition. It's missing a gas tank and spare tire, and something else is wonky on it. But whatever, I picked this up for, I think it was $4, and it sold for $19 plus shipping. And it took quite a while. This was like up for, I want to say 5 months. But that's fine. Oh, the front grille is broken. So that's the piece that's... Let's see if we can find a picture of the front. Front grille. Yeah, so there's supposed to be a grill that goes on there, but you can see it's snapped off. Still pretty good to play with, not super collectible anymore. Here's another one of those duvet covers, Ferrari brand one. Here we have a Canon lens case. I picked this up for $5 when I was running back and forth to a different job. Sold it for $30 plus shipping. It's in, like, it doesn't look like it's been used at all. It's really clean. I think new, these are about $40, so got pretty close to the original price. Here we have a Hudsons Bay company. They call it the Baywatch scene, which is kind of funny. I picked this up. I thought it was cool. I had no idea what it's worth. That's just a moose and the Hudsons Bay color stripes. I picked it up for $1, local thrift store. Sold it for $9. I think after I picked it up, I saw these in the store, and they sell for $12 each. So, yeah, I'm not happy I sold it. It's, once they get their shipping, they're paying probably more than what it would be on the Hudsons Bay website, but here we have a candle mold made in the United States, and this was a pretty nice sale. I'd had these up for basically since I started my eBay store. There's 2 of them, and I had them listed separately, just 'cause. And so a person messaged me and said, if I buy both of these, will you combine shipping? Because I don't have combined shipping set up, because all my stuff is pretty different. And I said, yep, if you buy both of them, I'll just charge you the shipping for one, and I'll refund you, or if you want, I gave them a couple of different ways to do it, and they just paid for all of it, paid for the shipping twice, and I refunded them one of them. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And they sent that message, and I responded like within 5 minutes, because I really didn't want them to change their mind on buying a mushroom candle mold and an owl candle mold. So I was pretty excited to sell these and get rid of them. I think I paid. It was pretty cheap. I think it was like $4 for these two candle molds and a 10-pound block of candle wax for making candles. I have that block of candle wax up for sale locally. I haven't sold it yet, but Christmas is coming, and that's when people start getting crafty, so I'll probably go and repost that, see if anyone with fresh eyes wants it, or reduce the price. So yeah, $4, and I got $20 for those two plus shipping, or 19, I think. No, $20. I thought one of them was slightly cheaper. Okay, here we have a roller skate cake pan. This is one of the more expensive cake pans that are out there. This one's brand new, hasn't been used, has the paper in it still. Yeah, $35 plus shipping. I have one more. I picked when I bought both of them, I think one was $4.99 and the other was $5.99. This was probably the more expensive one because it has the paper in it still. But both of them are unused. It has like a little on the hanging hole. It's a little bit bent, but other than that, it's in really good condition. What year was this one? 2009. So yeah. Here we have a Canon 8T sexagesimal calculator. So it's got the cool old display. That's what initially drew me to it. Does this one? No. I thought this one might have the instructions, but no. So really good condition, old, cool looking. Could be for plays, or could be for someone's collection. People collect these. But yeah, like ridiculously clean. No scratches or anything. Comes with the case. Picked it up for, I think it was like $1 or $2 at a local thrift store. Sold it for $30 plus shipping. Basically, if it's a good brand name like Canon or Olympus, I think Olympus made calculators, Texas Instruments, and it has this old style green display or the red one, it's probably worth picking up if it's a couple bucks. And so this one sold for $30 plus shipping. Here we have another one of the Newsies hats. And here is a Gillette Bostonian metal case, just the case, no razor. These ones are cool because when you open it, it like brings up the razor, so it kind of presents it to you. It's pretty cool. This one's pretty beat up. It's got lots of dings and dents and corrosion. I cleaned it up a little bit. I didn't go crazy because I don't want to do any damage to the plating. And yep, hinges are good. But like you can see, the inside isn't super beautiful. I probably could have cleaned it up a bit more, but I just listed it. It's old. It's got the made in Canada. So yeah, like when you're opening this part, the bottom part starts about, I don't know, I want to say a ½ inch lower, and then it like rises up to bring the shaver up to grab. It's kind of cool. So yeah, that one sold for $23 plus shipping to someone in the States. And this came in a whole lot of vintage shaving stuff that I bought. I think I paid $50 for it's like a shoebox. No, I think I paid $100 actually. It's like a shoebox sized thing, and it had a bunch of straight razors and safety razors, and this case was in there. It had a razor in it, but it wasn't the proper. It wasn't the Bostonian. So I just sold it by itself, and I've sold a number of the straight razors as well. So I've definitely made my money back, and I have a ton more to list, which is always the case. Here we have two Olympus Trip film cameras. These are both broken. The problem with them is the aperture is stuck. That's the one you adjust to let more or less light in to the picture. You can adjust it, but the actual blades don't move. It's a pretty common problem with these. There are people who will repair them, but the repair is pretty difficult. Like, they have to really get into the lens. There are also people who do, like, sort of they try some other stuff. Like, there are people who try and put them in the freezer for a while and hope that it does something to the grease, or put them next to a heater. And I wasn't gonna mess around with any of that. I knew that someone might buy it for a play or just to have as a display on a shelf. So I picked these up $5 or $6 each, I'd guess. They came separately. I know the one with the leather case was about $6, and the other one I've had for quite a while, so I'm not sure how much it was. I usually don't pay too much for these, because I know it's pretty common for them to have issues. But even so, they sell for $15 if they're broken, so it's worth a shot. I sold these two for $39 plus shipping. I disclosed, like you'll see in the title, it says parts of repair, stuck aperture. And then in the description, both cameras have stuck aperture blades, sold for parts of repair. And in the seller notes, same thing. So people can't really complain too much about them being broken when they get them, because it was listed everywhere. And last, we have a Lululemon fitted hat. I've had this one listed for quite a while. Every so often, someone will send me a really lowball offer by message, because I don't have best offer on stuff this cheap. So I've been lowering and lowering. It's kind of the end of summer, so I went down to like my absolute bottom dollar. So it finally sold for $12 plus shipping. Went to the States. It's a hat. There's not much to it. So I bought this for $4 from Value Village, which is surprising, because my Value Village usually marks up Lululemon quite a bit, because we're close to Vancouver, so there's lots of Lululemon collectors. But yeah, it's a pretty basic hat, but it's kind of the in fashion, like, gray. It's not reflective. I think they have a more updated version of this hat where it has reflective thread sewn into it. So maybe that was part of why this one wasn't moving very fast, is because there's a newer version that has, like, the reflective thread is pretty nice if you're a runner or whatever. Okay, so that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Hopefully there's something of some use to you here that I sold. So yeah, thanks for watching.